Hello, everyone, and welcome to D&B's Dating, Love, and Marriage, where I am doing the part two of our segment on being faithful. Last week, you had the opportunity to hear Duran's um, view on being faithful, which is slightly jaded, but I'm here to give you another perspective. And just keep in mind that we are by no means professionals. So, welcome. Let's start off with talking about being faithful in our relationship. Okay, so I know he kind of mentioned some scenarios last week that we encountered as we were in our early stages of dating, being engaged, or being married. So, yes, I had trust issues from the jump. Why? I don't know. It's not like I can say that I had been cheated on multiple times, or even, I can't even remember if a boyfriend cheated on me. I don't know. It was like, it's so irrelevant, right? Because me and him have been together ever since my senior year of high school. So it's been a very long time that we've been dating and then engaged and then married for 13 years. So like I was saying, however, he mentioned a time of being in high school. Again, I was very insecure, and I still am insecure about some things. And people that are close to me, I share my insecurities with. They know who they are, and they know what they are. I am a very transparent friend. Like, I definitely don't mind sharing things because I feel like that's how you learn and grow. I'm humble and I'm all of that. So if you're my friend, I don't mind opening up to you. I don't open up to everybody, but I definitely don't mind opening up to my friends because they have, knowledge to share, or they can offer a different perspective that I can't see or am not willing to see at the moment. So anyway, with that being said, in high school, yes, I would, because, so here's my first thing. Men, if you don't want your girlfriend or your significant other to think that you are being unfaithful, you should not do things such as not answer your phone call when you say you're going out to hang out with your friends. And then so the person says, all right, go have fun. And then you call just to maybe ask, hey, bring home something on your way. And then you don't answer, you don't call back. That's a little suspect. So of course, being still newly dating, I am going to think that you're up to no good. So then I'll let you come home and I'll let you make it. But then you go take a shower. You leave your phone. You know what? I've watched you put your code in for a day that this was going to come in handy. So I already knew his code, and he didn't even realize I knew it. So I get on his phone, I'm checking, I'm reading, and I'm like, And I'm doing it quick because I'm listening, right? So I do all of that. I was pretty much I am still, don't sleep on me. Don't sleep on my investigation skills, okay? Don't. I will find some stuff real quick and in hurry. Research is my thing in all areas. So anyway, I will go to very, very, very great lengths if I have any suspicions. This is why he calls me feisty. But however, so anyway, I did those things. We were in high school. Like he said, me and my friend, we would go ride by because, we were at Town View where, you don't have to stay at school all day. You had co-ops. So he had to be at school all day being a Carter. And so we had to go check the parking lot, because he would not answer my phone call, or he would stunt in front of his friends. We would be at a game. I would come with my friends. He would come with his. And then he would kind of blow me off as if we're not really seriously dating at this point and treat me kind of like I was just some little somebody that just was like, hey, and I'm like, interesting, because I know different and he knows very well different as well, but he would do those types of things. So if in order to be faithful, go back to not cheating, sorry, cheating and being faithful, I mean tomato, right? But I would really just recommend that you do not try to hide things, or you do not seem as if you're hiding things, because that can, like I said, build up that already instinct that's just kind of like small. It can enlarge it and make it into something bigger than what it is, definitely. And that's what happened to him. Come to find out, he was not cheating. That was in high school. Then he went away to college. I have several stories to share with him. Then he went away to college and he went to Midwestern, which is in Wichita Falls. And I was still here in Arlington. I went to UTA. And so I was talking to him one night. He was at some kind of a little get together. They were hanging out at somebody's dorm room, and some chick gets on the phone and she starts cursing me out. And I'm like, I was caught off guard because I was talking to him, and this chick just grabs the phone and starts cursing me out. And I'm like, wait, I don't even know who you are. You don't even know who I am. And she just thought it was funny. Like, she wasn't saying like they were in a relationship or anything. And she was just going off on me. So then, being hundreds of miles away from each other, I'm like, wait, why would she curse me out if there was not more going on? You think that I was going to let that go? Absolutely not. Everybody knew I was headed to Midwestern at 10 o'clock at night. Me and my roommate. I had never been in Midwestern, never drove there before, but thank God for the internet and maps. I got some good friends, y'all. I have some good people in my life. I don't have a lot of people, but the people that I have, they're good. They're very reliable, and that's what I'm talking about. Anyway, so me and my friend at that point, now my sister, what's up, Sada? Okay, so anyway, we went to Wichita Falls, 10 o'clock at night. Never been. Like I said, scared out of my mind just because I had never been, and I didn't know what I was going to run up on. He didn't know I was coming. I had his address from previously, like sending him something while he was down in school. So just roll up. Show up 2.5 hours later. It's like midnight at this point. Like I said, my friend was with me. And he's in his apartment, and at first his roommate, we knock on the door. Roommate is like, who is it? I was like, Veronica. He was like, oh, I can hear them through the door saying this. Oh, D, that's your girlfriend. That your girl. And he was like, you want to let her in? Like, this is all we can hear this. This is so stupid. We can hear this. They weren't even whispering. You gonna let her in? You gonna let her in? You in the run. Knowing I'm crazy. Already crazy. I was amped up. I done drove 2.5 hours. I was ready to go, right? I don't play about that kind of stuff. Either you're going to be with me or you're not. We're not going to play these games, okay? So sorry. I get a little excited about that. Anyway, he ended up letting me in. He was like, no, I got to let her in. She's crazy. You don't know. I'm like, you better know. You better know. So anyway, he let me in, and we worked through that situation. Come to find out, it ended up just literally being somebody that thought it was a prank. Long story short. So, next situation was kind of me. I have 3. This is the last one. At this point, we were married, and we had 1 kid, maybe 2, either 1 or 2 kids at this point. And I was working for the U.S. Department of Labor. What up, L3 peeps? Anyway, downtown. And one of the supervisors, or team leads, or supervisors, I think it was a supervisor, I can't remember. But whatever. He was a superior to myself. Okay, I'll just put it in. We were walking through the hallway right outside of our office. It's a long hallway to get to our office suites area, and which is like one half of the building. So anyway, we were walking down that long hallway and just talking like just small talk, nothing crazy. And then all of a sudden he just reached down and grabs my hand and starts holding my hand as we're walking down the hall. And I'm like so uncomfortable. But being naive and him being my supervisor, I didn't know how to react, how to respond. So I felt so bad. So I ended up coming home and telling Duran this whole story. He was livid because it was like, even though it wasn't like having, relations, it's just the principle behind it. This guy knew I was married. This guy knew I was, had a kid. And why is he, walking down the hall holding my hand, and why did I let him? So I'll take responsibility into that. I don't know. I still don't know why. Like we talk about that to this day, and that happened well over 10 years ago, and I still don't know. So that kind of leads to suspicion. So my point is, I spent 10 minutes going into this. Do not try to reduce the insecurities by hiding things, by letting things happen that you shouldn't, which is what he did with let the girl say what she said to me, and that's what I did by letting the guy walk and hold my hand when, it's just those types of things. So don't put yourself in situations and don't do things that will cause the other person to think. Now, the next thing I would say about being faithful, ways I say to be faithful is to be honest and open. Oh my gosh. A lot of people, I realize, are very unhappy. And they're very unhappy because they don't communicate their needs to their spouse. They don't really share, like I said, what is it that they need that they're not getting. And I think if people don't do that out of fear, but that's one thing you got to know about me is that those types of things, like I might be insecure about a lot of things, but I'm going to always be open and honest about my feelings to my spouse. And he can let y'all know that I am. Like, I'm not a punk when it comes to that. I'm just straight up. I'm not. I am honest because I, at one point, was not honest, and not with Duran, but just in other relationships. And I was so miserable. I was so unhappy. And after that, I just realized I'm not going to do that no more. Like, I may not be the best pick, but darn it, I'm not the worst either. And so there are options. And if you love me enough or you like me enough, then you're going to respect my needs and want to meet them. So you have to communicate. You have to communicate. And I feel like that's a lot of the times the reason why people end up straying away is because either they don't communicate or they do communicate and their spouse does not listen. Sometimes there are warning signs that's like going off and you're sweeping them under the carpet. You can't sweep those things under the carpet because that's them asking, crying for help. And if you do that, if you sweep their needs under the carpet, then they're going to go get those needs satisfied elsewhere. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't sweep each other's needs under the carpet. It may not be feasible at the moment for you, but at least be open and being willing to try and listen to what they need and see how you guys can work towards that for both people. Otherwise, it just doesn't work out well. Also, you have to humble yourself. You have to get past wanting to or that pride. That was his issue more than mine. I've never been a prideful person. I've always been a confident. No, I'm not even always confident. No, I appear to be confident a lot of times. That's what I would say. I appear to be confident, but I'm not confident. But I know how to do what I need to do to get where I need to go. But I'm not confident. And again, people that know me know that. But that pride can be a terrible thing, guys. You have to get past your ego when you're in a relationship. And you have to humble yourself to listen and really want to make a change, okay? So throw away your ego to the side. Another reason why I think people cheat or something to be on the lookout for is midlife crisis or life changes. So it could be something, when I say it could be the loss of a loved one. When you lose somebody you love, that's a hard time to get through. So as a in order to, remain faithful, you have to, if that person needs a little space, give them a little space, but don't go too far. If you give them too much space, they're going to go find what they're looking for somewhere else too, because they're already vulnerable. Okay. And the loss of a major career or a job. If people are going through jobs unexpectedly and they get let go, that is devastating. And if you are not being supportive, or if you are not being supportive in a sensitive manner, then it can cause for that person to become resentful and angry, and again, go look elsewhere. So please be sensitive to other people's needs. No, it's not always easy, especially when you have bills to pay. However, you're in it. If you're in it and you know this person has a lot of qualities and hey, he fell on or she fell on hard times, then you have to be willing to work with them and be sensitive to things that's going on. Another life change is having a baby. Having a baby changes a lot for the man and the woman. The man realizes that the woman could be tired. The woman could not want to, the man would want to do more sexual relations and the woman may not. Or it could be vice versa. The man could be tired and not want to because it's just worn down, because now I have these baby responsibilities that we're sharing, and the woman actually wants it. And so it just changes. Like having a baby, losing a career, losing a loved one, or just going through a change to where you wake up and realize that I want something more. Well, then as a partner, you have to be sensitive to what that person wants and think about how can I do it with them and not make them feel bad for that change. For instance, have y'all seen my husband's hair lately? That is a midlife crisis. He knows I love a clean cut man. And he knows that. I am not attracted to a man with a lot of like facial hair, rough and scruff. That is not me. You get no play for me for that. So he knows I love a clean cut, nice looking and smelling individual. He's growing that hair. And it's been growing for 2 months, but he, out of respect for me, he has allowed it to grow about this much. Versus last time it was probably like this much, and it was like, it just would look crazy at certain points. I don't like that. I'm like, do something with it. If you're gonna grow it, do a style with it, but don't just have it like my son does it. But again, he's like 14, 13, so 13, yeah. So it's different. Like you're grown. Like you need a big boy's haircut. Okay. Anyway, that's just me. I love you guys. Thanks for listening and tuning in. Lots of fun. I'm so glad I was able to have the whole segment to myself without any interruptions. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, friends. Next time you'll see us both back together again for our next episode. Until next time, peace.